Okay, joined by Niall Ó Ceallacháin, Dublin Senior Hurling manager here in Corrigan Park after victory over Antrim, 325 to 19 points. Niall, an important victory here today. I must be pretty happy with how that went today.
Yeah, no, pleased, Derek. Listen, pleased. Obviously, the objective here was to get the points and get to 6 points. So, from that perspective, really pleased. I thought as regards the game itself, first half we had that breeze. We got to score up at half time. It gave us that bit of a cushion. They responded well in the second half, and as we knew they would. But we had a key period there for 6-7 minutes, which was the ultimate winning of the game. In the middle of that second half. So yeah, listen, overall, Derek, really pleased to get to 6 points.
Obviously, there's a strong wind here today. People mightn't have seen that out if they weren't here today, but there's a strong wind here today. It was important. We had the wind in the first half. Important to get a lead on the board at half time, because if we hadn't had that, obviously Antrim would have been able to come back with the wind at the back second half. You must have been delighted in particular with that first half performance.
Yeah, no, Anna's pleased with the kind of second. It's often, like around here, it's often or always gone down that way right behind us, Derek. So there's a good few games here that have been a game of two halves almost. So while we did have the cushion at half time, we were under no illusion, like the game was far from won at that point. And I felt we left a bit behind us in that first half as well. You know, that there was more there. So the key period for me, as I mentioned there, was that first 10-12 minutes of that second half where they got 2 or 3 points back, and we responded really well with to get that back and then the goal. Yeah, listen, pleased to get to half time with the lead, but the win in the game was probably the following 10 or 12 minutes.
It's 3 wins from 3 in the Leinster Championship so far. Things are going pretty well. Obviously a big game against Kenny to come next week, but the 3 wins from 3 certainly set us up nicely for the last 2 games.
Yeah, come here. Like obviously, at the start of it, you'd be really pleased to be here on this day with 6 points. But this thing can change so quickly as well. And what went on there today or the last couple of days obviously has no impact at all around like what we're going to face and what happens in 8 days' time. So we're under no illusions about that heading down to Nolan Park there. So listen, important 8 days ahead of us. Pleased with how that went. Lots to work on as well, though, and looking forward to the next 8 days.
Finally, a word on the support. I saw the St Vincent's under 9s, I think it was, here today, screaming loudly for a lot of the players. I think Ballyboden St Enda's minor hurlers, the Dublin under 15s team were all here. Big groups of guys here, and plenty of noise cheering on Dublin from the stand. Very important here today. Obviously going to be important again next week and the week after that in Parnell Park as well.
Yeah, great to see, and we could hear them, and I know it makes a difference to our lads. So yeah, it'd be great to get a big crowd down in 8 days' time now, and indeed 14 days' time. Last game in Parnell Park, then against Galway. So looking forward to that.